Tonight at the Real Arena, the scoreboard will tell only half the story. The real narrative is being written in training sessions, medical rooms, and on the team sheet as Xabi Alonso faces his toughest selection test since taking charge. Real Madrid arrive short-handed. A hamstring thigh blow to Antonio Rudiger rules him out for an extended period and has forced the club into emergency defensive planning, while long-term absences and late recoveries for Jude Bellingham, Indrick and Eduardo Camavinga mean the manager must stitch a side together that can withstand real Sociedad's pressure and the Basque crowd's intensity. Tonight is less about star names and more about structure, balance, and whether Madrid's recruitment and academy graduates can step up when called upon. The obvious first point of emphasis is the back four and the central pairing. With Rudiger unavailable, the weight of expectation falls on Dean Huijsen and Eder Militao to form a composed central axis that can defend crosses, step into midfield when needed, and start attacks from the back, two roles Rudiger used to share but which now require different personalities and more communication. Expect Huijsen's aerial presence and Militao's experience to complement each other, with Alvaro Carreras likely to keep the left-back spot he's made his own and Trent Alexander-Arnold offering width and progression on the right. In front of them, the midfield puzzle is where Alonso's managerial fingerprint will matter most. Jude Bellingham's shoulder surgery has kept him out of the early fixtures, and while he has recently been pictured in light training, there is caution around rushing him back. That reality shifts more creative and defensive responsibility onto Federico Valverde as captain and onto Aurelien Tchouameni to hold the pivot, break lines and provide the platform for attacking transition. Arda Güler, younger, inventive and less physically demanding to reintegrate, looks like the ideal third midfielder to provide spark between the lines, the creative outlet who can slip passes to the wide forwards or drag defenders out of position. Reuters plus one up top, the familiar combination of Vinicius and Kylian Mbappé, when available, guarantees pace and directness. Tonight's scenario suggests Mbappé will lead the line with Vinicius on the left and Rodrigo or another rotation option on the right, a front three capable of stretching Real Sociedad and punishing space on the counter. The key to survival, though, won't be just goals but control. How well Madrid maintain possession in transitional moments, prevent overloads in midfield and defend set-piece zones with cohesion. What makes this lineup a true surprise enorme is not only who starts, but how those players are deployed. A slightly deeper midfield block, quicker vertical passes from the centre-backs, and full-backs who tuck in to create numerical superiority in the middle when Albion-style pressing threatens. The bench becomes a tactical arsenal. Dani Ceballos and Brahim Diaz offer subtle creativity and tempo change. Mariano or a young striker can be introduced to chase the game late, and defensive reinforcements be ready if the initial plan loosens under pressure. If Madrid can grind out a result here, it rewrites the early season narrative from fragile, without stars, to resilient and adaptable, validating Alonso's rotations and the club's faith in its squad. If they falter, questions will grow about recruitment strategy, injury management, and whether the team can sustain title ambitions through fixture congestion. Whatever the result, tonight will reveal which young players can be trusted on the biggest nights and whether tactical pragmatism can cover for missing star power. For viewers, the match is a real-time case study in crisis management. Watch the way Madrid transition, who they trust with the ball, and which substitutions tilt momentum. This is a moment that could forge new heroes, expose defensive seams, and set the tone for how Alonso navigates a long campaign without the constant availability of his marquee names. And that's why tonight's surprise XEZ matters far more than the starting 11 on paper.